What is going on, YouTube? It's your host again with another episode of The Road to Spider-Man Far From Home. And today we're going to talk about the confirmation of Nick Fury and Maria Hill in Far From Home. So, my thoughts on them being in Far From Home. I actually think it's a good idea. I mean, in the Ultimate Universe, which the Earth 1610, Nick Fury and Spider-Man have had a pretty close relationship and like father and son kind of thing, and they have been together, teaming up together and helping each other. And I actually think it's a pretty good thing that the next MCU cameo in a Spider-Man film is going to be, well, two notable agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which Nick Fury and Maria Hill. And I'm kind of wondering if Nick Fury is actually going to be Spider-Man's next mentor, because first we had Iron Man, and that's it. So is Iron Man gonna kick the bucket after Avengers 4 and after Peter gets resurrected? Because obviously he's gonna be resurrected in Avengers 4 because supposedly Far From Home takes place after Avengers 4, and we're gonna see how Infinity War and Avengers 4 affected Peter and the rest of the Avengers. So we're gonna see how that affects Peter, and maybe now that I think about it, I think we can put two and two together that maybe the reason why Peter is in Europe or London, or because right now they're in like some kind of like in Italy, where they used to be in Italy, but somewhere in Europe, I guess. Maybe the reason why Peter is in Europe in the first place is because S.H.I.E.L.D. Came into contact with him and to capture like Mysterio and supposedly Hydro Man, Molten Man, which are going to be in another episode of The Road to Spider-Man Far From Home. And yeah, so maybe Spider-Man is on a mission from S.H.I.E.L.D. and he's currently working on to being an Avenger. Well, he's already an Avenger, and maybe he's on a mission from S.H.I.E.L.D. And my thoughts on how it's gonna go, well, the last time that we had too many villains was in Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. In The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which used to be my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time before Homecoming came along and took that name. And so we had in Amazing Spider-Man 2, we had Electro, Rhino, Green Goblin. Well, I think that's it. So yeah, three villains in the movie. In Spider-Man 3, we had Harry Osborn, New Goblin. Then we had Sandman. Well, we had, and finally Venom. So 3 movies in 2 movies. So I don't know how it's gonna handle that, because in my opinion, the Amazing Spider-Man 2's case worked better than Spider-Man 3, because we had too much villains in that movie. In Spider-Man 3, first Harry's villain, then Sandman's the villain, then Venom is the villain. But in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, why it actually worked, in my opinion, with all those villains, because Rhino was just some gangster or crook out in the streets causing trouble like any normal bank robber. Well, Electro was pretty much the main villain, kind of like a main antagonist, while Harry was the second antagonist. And so, yeah, who knows how's that gonna work? Maybe Molten Man and Hydro Man are gonna be villains in the background, while Mysterio's gonna be the main villain. Probably because they're gonna take up, like, they're probably gonna have the role the same role as Shocker, where they're just villains in the background helping out the main villain. So, yeah, but that's gonna be for another video of the road to Spider-Man Far From Home. And meanwhile, let's talk about Nick Fury and Maria Hill's involvement in this movie. So, I like the idea that they're gonna be in Spider-Man Far From Home, because the last time we saw Nick Fury and Maria Hill was in Avengers Age of Ultron. And that was like, since it came out in 2015. We haven't seen them since like 3 years. Like, literally 3 years. That's a lot. And it's good to have them back in, it's good to have them back in 2019, which is pretty much 4 years. The last time we saw them, well, we already saw them in Infinity War, so it doesn't count that we saw them 3 years ago, because we already saw them in the post-credit scene of Infinity War, getting turned into dust. But just like Spider-Man, they're gonna be resurrected in Avengers 4, I promise you. It's gonna take place after Avengers 4, because I don't know how many times I have to mention that. It's because I haven't gotten over the depression over Infinity War. I'm still recovering. So don't worry about me. I'm still recovering. And I know they're gonna be resurrected in Avengers 4 and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Nick Fury and Maria Hill's involvement in Spider-Man Far From Home. Hope they actually do. Well, let's just hope they don't get that many screen time, because the main focus is on Spider-Man, not Nick Fury and Maria Hill. Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the same thing with Iron Man. They have little screen time, just like Iron Man. He still has screen time, but just a little bit. So yeah, they're probably gonna get that little bit of screen time. But judging by how much Samuel L. Jackson, gets paid, they're gonna have to deal with that also. And yeah, so those are my thoughts on Spider-Man Far From Home, and Nick Fury and Maria Hill's involvement in Spider-Man Far From Home. And yeah, that's it for the video. I know it's kind of short because, the reason why I haven't been posting a lot yet is because, I had to deal with school, homework. I'm sorry that I've not been uploading all that much, but I'm not gonna be uploading for the next I don't know, few weeks or so. I'm not gonna be uploading all weekly like I used to back in summer break, because I have to deal with homework and all that stuff, because we have to go to school. So yeah, I'm sorry for not uploading too much content these days. And also about the Ultimate Spider-Man episode, I'm still working on it, even though I haven't said it a bunch of times. I'm still working on that episode. It's gonna be uploaded, I promise you. And what do you guys think of the green screen? Because I just bought it. Well, my mom ordered it for me, and yeah, I'm gonna use this for the next episodes of the Ultimate Spider-Man series and my Deadpool series, and of course my Transformers series. So there's that, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and yeah, put in the comments below any updates about Spider-Man Far From Home that I haven't heard of. And yeah, stay tuned for the next episode of The Road to Spider-Man Far From Home. And yeah, just like and subscribe. And I'll see you later, webheads.